On the subject of culture in an organization, there's a few things we know. We know that every organization has a culture, and the cynics say everyone has the culture they deserve, whether they seek to effectively manage that culture or not. So we've always known there was a feeling to a workplace, and that those feelings determined a lot of the outcomes of that workplace. So we've had it all along, but we didn't really know the building blocks. We didn't know the recipe to affect it positively, and now we really do. The benefit of research over the last 10 years has been really profound, and as I said, it's an opportunity now for us all to get up to speed on that new understanding and seek to make a positive difference. We know that we've come very far. We've saved a lot of lives. We've done a tremendous amount of good over the years by applying management systems, because our current management systems, core accredited, audited management systems, contain great efforts at training, at documentation, at communication, and all these things. And we know that's made a profound difference over the years. We also know, though, that as society moves along, our standards increase. And so now I feel we're reaching the limit of effectiveness of that, and yet the desire and demand is still there to go beyond. And the thinking is that what got us here is not the same as what's going to take us further, and that something outside of the management system, maybe something more foundational to the safety management system, in fact maybe something foundational to all of our business management systems, will be where our best efforts are applied so that we can improve all of our outcomes. Bill 14 is the first real gesture in this jurisdiction from our regulator to delve into this arena, and it's coming as a bit of a shock. It's coming as news or a concerning new field to some that haven't maybe been keeping abreast of the writing on the wall of the research that's out there. And I think compliance with Bill 14 is quite practical in our industry. I know that there can be pockets of us being kind of an old school industry, but I don't think it's hard to convince anybody that those sorts of egregious acts, doing harm to one another, are beneficial in any way. So that I think compliance with Bill 14 is a great first move. It's fairly easy to do. The resources available are right there for us, so we shouldn't be daunted or intimidated by that. But I think it's just the beginning of something. I think that it opens up our eyes to a whole new realm, and within that realm is not just more standards to comply with, but in fact, there's really no other standards to comply with in this realm, but there's so much benefit, and there's a massive body of research that tells us that the benefits to be gained through delving into this culture, leadership, psychological health and safety in the workplace, the benefits are profound. And I think construction may be slow to change, but we're always anxious to implement anything that makes our operations better and more efficient and more productive, and I think that exists in this. We're still a get-her-done culture. We have to be, and we always will be. It's about how we get her done. And, I think the thinking behind what we conventionally have passed on from generation to generation as the means to get her done has been a particular way. And I think now we're faced with a body of research that tells us there might be a different, more effective way. It might not be the way we were led or our leaders were led when they were little leaders, but now we know. And, we don't embrace change maybe as rapidly as we should, but it's hard to look at this body of evidence and do anything to the contrary. I think this is really one of the things. Our industry is vast and is stretched between large and small organizations and many different types of organizations, progressive and not. But I think this is really going to be the grounds upon which we see greater distinction. I think there's a growing body of mid-sized companies that are agile, that are led by somebody really who's connected to their operations, who, when seeing this body of research, is going to seize upon these things, and so we're going to start seeing some emerge. There's been quite a lot of interest that's growing and gaining, and people are looking for a new way of getting her done. There's a lot of knowledge and wisdom and a lot of great stuff, and we need to take that for what it is and pass it on. If there's trust in an organization, I think these guys are quite a lot of these more senior guys are happy to give what they know. So that's a bit of a risk, but we can work on that. But beyond that, I think newer thinking. People maybe are more willing to change or embrace change. I think we can make a profound difference in our generation on the workplace. And I want to be careful not to pigeonhole. We're not pigeonholing people by their birth dates. But we do know that the world is evolving, and with that comes the periods of time that we're all made impressions on us, and so that's the flow, the change we're looking at.